In an era defined by social change and technological innovation, the new generation of royals stands at the intersection of tradition and modernity, poised to redefine what it means to wear the crown. This is the generation that will reshape the monarchy, not just as symbols of heritage, but as active agents of change in a global conversation. Born at Portland Hospital on the 23rd of March 1990, Princess Eugenie of York is the youngest daughter of Prince Andrew, Duke of York, and Sarah, Duchess of York. Named in honour of her royal heritage, Eugenie has always been closely tied to her family, both in title and in spirit. Her name, Eugenie Victoria Helena, comes from a generation long ago.
The Duchess, who had a caesarean operation just a week ago, looked remarkably well as she emerged from the Portland Hospital, ready to give the world a first glimpse of a new royal baby. Princess Eugenie was fast asleep, blissfully unaware of her celebrity status. The first wispy evidence suggests she'll have her mother's red hair. The Duke was given responsibility for the baby, while the Duchess went to talk to some of the crowd. She made a special effort to chat to an 82-year-old lady who had waited outside the hospital for 2 weeks.
It's nice to see them. I love the babies.
Why do you follow them? Why do you like them so much?
I love the royal family. Nobody can say no wrong about them.
While the Duke was left holding the baby, the palace announced she would be called Eugenie Victoria Helena. So where does the name come from? Eugenie was one of Queen Victoria's granddaughters, whose name was taken from the wife of Napoleon III. Victoria really needs no explanation. Helena, her third name, comes from Victoria's third daughter. The man who takes a special interest in recording royal names likes it.
I find it quite a pretty name, pleasing to the sound and pleasing to look at as well, and a dignified name for a princess.
The Duchess, well known for her sense of humour, has chosen a name so unlikely the bookies didn't even offer odds on it.
Her parents divorced when she was just 6 years old. However, Eugenie's childhood remained grounded in family. Describing her parents as the best divorced couple, she and her sister continued to grow up in a loving, supportive environment where family time was cherished. Their close bond with both parents meant frequent family holidays abroad, and Sarah, Duchess of York, affectionately referred to herself, Beatrice and Eugenie as the tripod, a tight-knit trio.
The Duchess of York, ready for the slopes, emerged from her chalet here at mid-morning to talk for the first time about the divorce.
How are you feeling? Very well, thank you. And the children are very well indeed. Ready to go skiing.
Sad day for you?
Well, I would say that was the understatement. Yeah, very sad. Of course it's sad. Anyway, you're all going to leave us alone then today, now? Please?
How long will you stay here for?
The children.
Will your children go back to school tomorrow? How long will you stay?
Well, we'll probably be staying till the weekend. We are going to stay because I think it's better for the children to go back to school on Monday, and we've spoken to the headmistress and she's very fine with that, and I've told her the situation, and it's, especially with all the press and everything, it's better for the children just to be calm and go back calmly on Monday.
Okay.
Or they might, or our children are very secure and very happy children because they know that their mother and father are bestest of friends.
Fergie and the Queen had a very good relationship in spite of the fact that Prince Philip couldn't stand Fergie. I think the Queen was very keen that her grandchildren shouldn't suffer because of the divorce, and she would be in touch with Fergie a lot. I mean, I've talked to people who say that the Queen often rang her. Fergie was always very respectful of the Queen, very discreet about her knowledge, her dealings with the Queen.
Andrew and I speak every day, and it's very important that we do keep that huge friendship, which we've always said we are. And it's great, the children, we all have a great time.
Andrew was living very close to Fergie. They saw a lot of both of them. They tried to create this joint happy marriage. In some ways, very privileged childhood. They travelled with their mother. Fergie was known as Freebie Fergie because she was always getting freebie trips, and they would go on those trips. They met a lot of famous people, particularly through their mother.
Where are the princesses, the media asked. The Duchess brought them out for photographs.
Yeah, have your face. Have your next day. Mum.
And you also owe them a bag of jelly bears.
Can you move to Mum.
There's 2 bags of jelly bears.
Mum. Come down here. Good. Everyone looking this way if you would. Sorry, I was running the dog.
Okay, now you're pushing for 5 jelly babies. 5 packs.
Mum. Mum.
6.
Yes.
And Coca-Cola. A Coca-Cola.
Lollipops.
No, those little miniature Coca-Cola gummy bears in the bag. Right?
We'll send up a goodie
You've got to send up a goodie bag. Right?
The Duchess said they are secure and happy in the knowledge that despite the divorce, their mother and father remain the best of friends.
Prince Andrew's always been very protective of his daughters. He and Sarah have been good parents, bringing up the children even though they were divorced.
Prince William today led the royal children to a photo call arranged by palace officials. Prince Harry and Princess Beatrice marched behind the future king, although Prince Andrew's other daughter, Princess Eugenie, made somewhat slower progress.
Go back.
At the age of 12, Eugenie faced a life-changing surgery to correct scoliosis, a condition that required the insertion of titanium rods into her spine. Courageously, she recovered fully and chose to embrace her journey, a decision that would later shape her public life. Eugenie's surgery and its success became a powerful testament to her resilience, and the scar she proudly displayed on her wedding day is now a symbol of her strength.
When Eugenie was 12 years old, she had surgery for scoliosis on her back. That was to straighten her spine. It was something that she'd been dealing with for quite a few years. And this left quite a prominent scar, actually. And when she got married, she made sure that her wedding dress didn't actually cover the scar so that it could be seen, which was a really beautiful thing, actually, because it's a part of who she is. And now she actually does work with a lot of charities. She's an ambassador for charities and a patron for charities that work with people who have scoliosis. So I think it's great that she's turned something that could have been negative into something positive. And Beatrice and Eugenie are very good at doing that.
I had scoliosis of the spine when I was 12 years old, and the hospital corrected it for me. So without them, I wouldn't be standing the way I am. So it's thanks to them that I'm here. So I want to give it back to them.
Princess Eugenie knows how debilitating scoliosis or curvature of the spine can be.
I've got 2 12-inch rods and 8 screws going up my back, keeping me straight, and they've fused together with my spine, so now I can't really live without them.
That's why tonight she's going to pedal in the pounds for the hospital that helped her.
While most people are sleeping, you're going to be doing what exactly?
I'm going to be starting at 10 to 1 in the morning. I'm going to be doing a 100k bike ride around London, 62 miles I think it is, for RNOH, for my appeal, and for the MCC Foundation. What I'm worried about is the pressure it'll have on my neck and my back, because obviously doing this with rods in your back is not ideal, but I want to show that it is possible.
Does it ever give you trouble when you're going through airport security?
It's great, it doesn't, because it's titanium, which means it doesn't beep. But it is quite fun, because my friends can put little magnets on my back, and they kind of hang off. It's really weird.
Eugenie's education spanned prestigious schools, including Marlborough College, where she excelled in art, English literature, and history of art. A passion for art carried her forward to Newcastle University, where she graduated with a degree in English literature and history of art in 2012. Her love for the arts would soon become central to her professional and personal life. In 2018, Eugenie married Jack Brooksbank in a stunning ceremony at Windsor Castle. Her sister, Princess Beatrice, stood by her side as maid of honour.
We had a beautiful volcano, sun was setting, birds are flying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the lake was so beautiful. It was like the light was just a special light that I've never seen. I actually said, "This is an incredible moment," and then he got the question, which was really surprising, even though we've been together 7 years. So
right,
I was over the moon.
And did you see it coming then, or was it a bit of a surprise for you?
Complete surprise.
Was it?
But it was like this is the perfect moment. We couldn't be happier because we knew it was going to end up this way. Yeah.
No, it was amazing.
With a deliberate choice, Eugenie wore a gown that showcased her scoliosis scar, making a statement about body positivity and self-acceptance, a powerful moment in royal history.
I mean, the wedding dress has so much detail that in many ways, of course, that wonderful, that very dynamic, very dramatic V-shaped neckline and back view is such a key feature of the dress. And we learned from Princess Eugenie that that was very much something she had in mind from the word go, from the outset when she was thinking about what her wedding dress might look like. And I think the response to that was quite overwhelming and really struck a chord with a lot of people, which was a really beautiful thing to come out of a wonderful day. But the dress also has many other details, the wonderful fabric that was specially woven, this bespoke fabric with entwined symbols which are of meaning to the couple. And the whole design has a lot going on, and there's quite a lot of detail to see, which visitors will be able to do close up.
Eugenie's wedding was one of these great spectacles. Again, we've seen more and more of these royal weddings taking place not in central London at Westminster Abbey or St Paul's, as Charles was, but at St George's, Windsor, which is where they tend to worship, where they're based at the weekend, which is very much a family home, which is, of course, much easier for security within the grounds of Windsor Castle. Again, quite an extravagant affair for someone who'd been quite low-key. Jack Brooksbank, very much a middle-class boy, who'd been again at a sort of minor public school, Stowe, not particularly distinguished career in drink sponsorship. But, you know, was seen as a decent man. They've kept very much out of the headlines since they got married. But I think after that probably, I think, is going to be one of the last royal weddings we're going to see for a while. The next generation of royals are some 20 years away from getting married.
Eugenie's journey through life has always been marked by a desire for normalcy. Like her sister, she chose not to become a full-time working royal, instead carving out a career in the art world. As a director at Hauser Wirth, an esteemed contemporary art gallery, Eugenie merges her passion for art with her public responsibilities. Her public role is also defined by her deep commitment to charity. One of her most notable contributions is in the fight against modern slavery and human trafficking. In 2017, Eugenie co-founded the Anti-Slavery Collective with one of her close friends. Together they raise awareness, support survivors, and work with organisations dedicated to ending this heinous practice. Eugenie's philanthropic efforts extend beyond human rights. Her personal experience with scoliosis has also made her an advocate for health and environmental causes. From marine conservation to sustainable living, Eugenie is deeply committed to protecting the planet for future generations. She's been vocal in promoting awareness around climate change, making her a vital voice in the growing movement toward environmental sustainability.
You were at the RNOH recently and met some young children who had scoliosis. Having been through that yourself, did that make it easier to help to identify with them?
One girl lit up when she saw me. I showed her my scar and pulled my top down, and she kind of went, "Oh my God, look at you, you're standing." And she was lying down at that point. I think for me to be living proof for them, I think gives them much more confidence and hope that it's okay and you can get through this. The Teenage Cancer Trust has done an amazing job at really being the voice for teenagers or young people that are going through not only adolescence in some cases, but then moving on to then be hit with cancer and fighting for their lives. And before the Teenage Cancer Trust was around, they were
there was grandma on the right and toddler on the left with a nappy change all night. So, you know, there wasn't any chance for these young people to have a voice. So this is very, very, very important to my heart. And my best friend died of cancer, my father died of cancer, my grandfather died of cancer, my stepfather died of cancer. You know, cancer is very prevalent around me. And I would, if I was young, and well, I am young, but even younger, I would think, at least if I had to go to hospital, it's a place where it doesn't smell of hospital. It's got therapy rooms, you can have music rooms, and you've got a sense of, well, okay, you know, I am in hospital, but I can get better. So that's what it means to me. What do you think, Eugenie?
Oh gosh, well, again, like Mummy said, it's something that's been a part of everyone's lives. Basically, it touches everyone, and I think it's just so good that teenagers are allowed to live like we should be living as teenagers. And also, you know, it's amazing what they do here, and it's giving people back their lives and everything. So
it's actually interesting because you've been brought up with. She's very cool. It's fine. It's fine. You see, that's cool. That's what teenagers do.
I think one of the things that the two girls inherited from their mother is a strong sense of trying to do good for others, to get involved with charities, that they can make a difference. And I think that's one of the really strong legacies from Sarah, who does have this very strong belief that she wants to make life better for other people. And so they've been very active in charities, and I think this has won them a lot of respect.
My daughters are 18 and 20. There's no chance that you're going to get them to do anything they don't want to do. They're very opinionated and very strong. So they wanted to come with me, they wanted to learn. And I think Beatrice certainly has such a mission in her life to want to change the way that the children are treated in Romania. And I think she's very excited to get her teeth into this project. Eugenie was completely blown away with Turkey and now really understands every minute of her day how lucky she is.
Princess Eugenie, like other members of the British royal family, has faced her share of media scrutiny, with some particularly intense periods during major public events. The 2011 wedding of Prince William and Catherine Middleton was one such event, where Eugenie, along with her sister Princess Beatrice, became a focal point for media commentary, largely due to their fashion choices at the event. At the 2011 wedding, Princess Eugenie wore a bold blue and green floral print Vivienne Westwood dress paired with a structured blue headpiece by Philip Treacy, a famous milliner. Her sister Princess Beatrice wore a blush-coloured Valentino coat dress with a now infamous sculptural fascinator, also designed by Treacy. While hats and fascinators are traditional at royal events, the sisters' fashion choices were deemed eccentric and quickly became the subject of widespread media and public mockery, particularly on social media.
I think one of the clever things they did when, for example, on one occasion, a hat they wore to a ceremony was criticised, they put it up for auction and raised money for charity. So they're very good at turning bad press round to good press. I think they've learnt in many ways from the mistakes of their parents the way to engage with the press. They're pretty astute at dealing with the press. And I think we've seen the reputations of various members of the royal family rise and fall. And I think the reputation of Beatrice and Eugenie is on the rise.
Princess Eugenie shares an extraordinary bond with her older sister, Princess Beatrice. Describing each other as best friends, the two have supported one another through life's key moments. Their relationship has proven to be a constant source of strength, both personally and publicly. In a world where the monarchy is evolving, Beatrice and Eugenie symbolise the importance of family unity. Though their personalities differ, Eugenie, with her laid-back style, and her sister, who gravitates towards glamour, they have always stood by each other's side. Whether at Beatrice's wedding to Edoardo Mapelli-Mozzi or Eugenie's to Jack Brooksbank, their mutual support has been unwavering. As King Charles III leads a streamlined monarchy, the roles of non-senior royals like Princess Eugenie have taken on new meaning. While Eugenie is not in direct line to the throne, her contributions to the royal family and the causes she champions are undeniably significant. Eugenie represents a shift within the royal family, a bridge between tradition and modern values. she's part of a younger generation of royals who understand the importance of evolving with the times, redefining what it means to be royal in the 21st century. Princess Eugenie's love for her children, August and Ernest, is central to her life. With her husband Jack Brooksbank, Eugenie is raising the next generation of royals, instilling in them values of kindness, environmental stewardship, and global awareness.
Eugenie is the mum of 2 boys. Her oldest son, August, was born in 2021, and Ernest, the latest addition to the family, was born on May 30th of this year.
Though her children are not expected to carry the weight of royal duties, Eugenie's parenting choices reflect the family's gradual transformation. As her sons grow, they will embody a newer, freer version of royal life, one where they can carve their own paths while upholding the core values of public service and philanthropy.
The children of Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie don't have royal titles. Now, when it comes to Princess Beatrice, this is because her husband descends from Italian aristocracy, so essentially she would be a countess and her kids would get those titles, so they thought it best just to leave them. And when it comes to Eugenie's husband Jack, he wasn't given a title upon Princess Eugenie's marriage to Jack. He wasn't given a title, so their kids are just styled as Master or Miss, so Master Ernest and Master August. Now, the only grandchildren that do have royal titles are the children of William and Kate, who are Prince and Princess, and of course the children of Prince Harry, who are Prince and Princess as well.
Princess Eugenie is emerging as a key figure for the next generation of royals. Her hands-on approach to social issues, combined with her public openness, has made her a relatable and impactful royal. Eugenie's passion for global causes such as modern slavery and environmental conservation resonates with younger audiences who expect their public figures to engage with the world's most pressing concerns.
Princess Eugenie herself is quite climate conscious, but she has been involving her son August in that as well. At his tender age, he's very aware of climate change and aware of things of recycling and picking up litter. So she's making a concerted effort to make sure her kids are very conscious of what's happening around them.
Eugenie spends part of her time in Portugal, where Jack's business has taken him. They are still very close. They live a pretty good and privileged life, and they don't need to worry too much about money.
As the royal family adapts to modern expectations, Eugenie's role as both a mother and an advocate ensures her influence will continue to grow. She represents a new vision for the monarchy, one that blends royal tradition with personal authenticity, grounded in a commitment to leaving the world a better place.
Your mum was very proud of you. I did see, I'm a big Twitter person, and I saw her tweet saying that she was very proud of you and your sister.
Yeah. Well, Mum's so supportive of me and Bea, and like, we do everything as a family, and so for us to be able to come out here and smile and to support Granny is with the support of my mother, who keeps us going and gives us confidence with everything we do.
Princess Eugenie may not be a senior royal, but her contributions to the monarchy are profound. Through her work, her family, and her unwavering dedication to charity, she is helping shape the future of the royal family. A future where modern values, public service, and family remain at the heart of what it means to be royal.